John Razimus here with Razimus Gaming. I just stole this really chintzy, cheap-looking car off the street. And let's hope I don't die on the way to my garage. That garage was full. This guy might try to kill me. Okay, he's under the bridge, so... I specifically was looking for this exact car so I could fit it out. I'm focusing right now on cheaper cars because this is my second account and I had to start over from scratch. I was looking at the guy behind me. Alright. So I'm starting off with cheaper cars. This is my second account. You know, I don't want music to play a factor, so I'm gonna have to turn off the music down to 0. Alright. I specifically got this car. On my previous server I couldn't find this car. If you can't find a car that spawns on the road, just join a new server. This is a Karin Futo, one of the cheapest, dirt cheapest cars on the road. I happen to be a fan of boxy small cars. With my last account, I focused on Lamborghini looking cars with doors that popped up really cool. So with this account, I'm trying a new strategy. I'm going to focus on not Lamborghini looking cars with doors that pop up because those cars are super expensive. So it's Karin Futo.
What can we do to it?
I just stole it off the street 2 minutes ago.
What can I help you with?
And piece of garbage car, right? We're talking, this is like a Volkswagen Golf looking car. It's a pretty cheap looking piece of garbage, right? I want to see what it looks like fully retrofitted to the maximum capabilities, modified legally. You know, the first thing I do is give it limousine windows. The reason you want tinted windows is when a sniper is going to shoot you, they can't see your head, but unfortunately in a car, you're always going to be sitting in the same spot anyway. But still, it does lessen their ability to get a perfect shot on you. Obviously. The wheels I'm liking these days are
Do you need a drink?
the chrome
Bubbles or something?
Wangan Master, and they're free for me. I guess I completed something. And you always want to have the cool atomic
Look at her now.
on there, and you always want to have bulletproof tires, which are on sale right now. Only $15,000
Those
as opposed to
things
$25,000.
are
Pretty good discount. You want to give it maximum armor, the best brakes,
The best way to stop? Could
the
be just
best
down the
engine.
wall.
You always want to give it the best exhaust, and it's interesting they're saying that's the best. I don't personally like some exhaust that pops up like that. I guess it's a racing exhaust, so there is a racing, you know, definitely racing modifications you can add to this
If you can think it,
Karin
I
Futo.
can do it.
I'm gonna go for this race exhaust. Okay, remove the grill. I don't know why removing the grill would be a bonus, but I can see removing the logo being a bonus. Yeah, let's get rid of that logo. Okay, I prefer the better looking hoods, and
No rush at all.
that doesn't look better, and that doesn't look better either. But carbon hoods last longer. If you fall off a cliff, if someone shoots it. But this is a carbon hood that's vented, so it looks pretty good. I wish I could go for a non-carbon vented.
Looking good.
But whatever. Ooh, there's actually a livery. There's a livery for the Karin Futo. Oh, wow. It even goes over the carbon hood. Some of the time you look at the liveries and they don't go over the carbon hood. So I'm glad it goes.
Technology and budget permitting.
I like this rusted stuff. I mean, I'm liking it. For a car I just stole off the street, the dirt cheapest. You can buy this car. It's only $9,000, but why are you going to spend $9K when you can just steal it for free? Here's definitely a Tokyo Drift looking Drift Team livery.
How many cars you got in this garage again?
This is definitely a pretty cool setup. It's not bad. Fakuru Drift Team. Some anime theme. You know. Wow, talk about a subtle one. You know, I'm really liking these rusty ones. I don't know why.
Think long and hard.
But I don't want to go with rusty. I want to go with some racing thing. Auto Exotic. All right, Auto Exotic. Auto Exotic
Life is hard when you can have
it's not bad. I like the lightning bolts. I like it. Either Auto Exotic, Fakuru. That's it. These are the only two I like right here. Auto Exotic and Fakuru. That's interesting. Now we gotta get a base color underneath. Gotta get a base color. You have to get the base color before the livery, I'm almost positive. Fakuru, Auto Erotic. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards Fakuru. I think this is the cooler looking one. Now I'm going to change the base color. Since we're forced to have a carbon hood,
bubbles or something.
I don't want to go with flat black, but black's cheap. So let's see,
That's the driver.
well, more specifically, to match the hood, which is graphite. The hood is graphite. Let's match the
Looks almost
graphite.
as good as you.
Let's go back to the livery. Okay, you know what? Black looks pretty nice with this, but I bet matte finish black would even look nicer. I don't know. Maybe it looks nice without matte. Let's see. Is that a pretty cool looking car? I mean, off the street. Scandinavian flick. Auto erotic. This is definitely the livery. But do we want to go with matte finish or with this? Nah, some of the livery looks it looks really matte.
No rush
Matte
at
on
all.
matte wouldn't look as good. So the respray, second respray. You want to be graphite as well, I think.
Your cosmetics are on point.
I mean, oh wow. So we got this lower thing going? Oh, okay. Well, now that we know the colors are definitely going to be black, white, and red. I'm not going to get any white, but I'm just going to get a okay. Torino red is the brightest. I'm going to go with
She
Torino
looked
red,
pretty.
and then I'm going to go back to the livery. And as you can see, we have, it doesn't match exactly, does it? It's not the right, it's not, is it the same color red? It's close enough. It's close enough.
Whatever you desire.
That looks pretty good,
Technology
right?
and budget permitting.
Nah. It has to be exact. I'm really precise when it comes to exact colors. just red. Money, I don't care about money. You know what I mean? No object. All right, let's see.
How many cars you got in this garage again?
White. It would be interesting to see what white. Okay, I'll give white a shot. I wasn't gonna go with white. But let's see what ice white
Girl
looks
is
like.
Looking good.
Okay, ice white. Wow, that looks way better. I'm glad I went with the ice white because look at that. Here's an arrow I didn't even notice before. You can't see the Fukudu on the back, but I don't need to see the Fukudu.
Think long
These
and hard.
arrows on the back, this is the best combo I've seen as of yet. That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm doing. Rolling dude number 7. And the plate always has to be black on yellow.
That what you were looking for?
And I'm surprised it doesn't have anything interesting for the... Oh, okay, I'm not done yet. All right. We got a roof spoiler.
You've got an eye for this stuff.
We got skirts. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for a spoiler. All right. I don't like ugly spoilers. So I'm just going to go for the ducktail spoiler.
Bodywork to match the driver.
Suspension, transmission. The whole point is to outfit this
Stick
to
to the
maximum
speed limit.
capabilities.
I'm joking, of course.
The dirt cheapest car with the maximum everything. Okay, let's see what we got here. Stock front bumper, front splitter. We got these rally bumper. Those lights don't do anything. They're just decoration. And because they're
Lights
just
is small, they
decoration,
can have
I don't like them.
anything.
Okay. Look at this. It adds like extra racer kit sides. You know what? That is quite the bonus. We're going for extra bonus stuff. And I definitely like that a lot. Rear bumpers.
Making decisions is
I don't
stressful.
understand what a drift charm is, but this is the difference. What's a drift bumper charm? I'm not a drifter, but this is apparently going to be a drift car. They don't come with a drift bumper charm unless it's a drifter. But it's all about retrofitting it to the maximum capabilities. Let's give it the stupid charm. Maybe it gives you good luck. I don't know. And I believe we are done. This is it. This is the maximum. And it has the carbon hood with the livery over it, which is rare.
Do you need a drink? Bubbles or something?
And I'm going to exit
Be
this to
your
the
best
ground
you.
and show you what a super retrofitted Karin Futo can do. Because even I don't know. I've never driven one of these. And I have a bounty on me. So people can kill me. I don't want people to kill me. Oh, it's definitely a drifter. I'm already starting to drift. Alright. I'm not the hugest fan of drifters when it comes to handling. I like cars with good handling, so I'm going to judge its handling. Okay, its handling isn't as bad as the Super Drifters, but oh, of course we got a hacker on the server. There's a cheater, modder, hacker. All they do is they pay $50 and they buy, or they download it on some website full of spyware. What is it? A mod menu. I've never used a mod menu in my life. I got free money from someone that used one because there's a hacker in almost every server you play. You can't even play this game without running into hackers. Obviously, Because snow can only exist when a hacker pops. They change the weather. Hackers have a mod menu that says what do you want it to be, sunny, rainy. And when they want to show their presence, they do that. Who's the hacker? Probably the guy that's level 6,429. His name is Ralph something. So we're going to go into our penthouse garage. Second account. Had to do it all from scratch. I'll show you my other cars. I just got this Karin Futo off the street. $0, but retrofitting it, I don't know how much it cost me. It probably cost me quite a bit. So not cheap. Not a cheap process. But wow, that is a beautiful car. I am so glad I wanted to do that with this Karin Futo. I had no clue it would look that good. As far as the handling, it's not that good. But that's what drifters are supposed to do. Drifters are supposed to have the worst handling possible. That's what makes them drifters. I'll show you my other cars, which looks kind of like a drifter. This is an old Italian car called the Lampatti Michele GT. I made it racer yellow, and it's a pretty nice car. I just got this one. Not too expensive at all. The Vapid Retinue. Vapid Retinue. And the Vapid Retinue looks awesome. The livery does not go over the carbon hood, so I had to remove the carbon hood to show that really cool 64 on there. But what I really like about it is, you know, the two-tone livery. You got a nice red, and then make the rest blue, and red and blue are really good combos. This is a really underrated car. I'll show you my favorite cars. Lampatti Michele GT. Amazing handling. Very expensive car. The Vapid Retinue. Almost as good as the last one, but cheap. So it's a good value. We have the Lampatti Tropos Rally. This is one of my favorite cars in the game. I took the livery off because it's really dumb looking, but it's an awesome car. Handling is perfect. It's a race car. Handling is beautiful. I'm all about handling. Handling is turning radius and specifically lack of drifting. Really controlled. So this is not a drifting car, so I'm not a drifter. Even though this is a drifter, it doesn't drift too badly because there are some cars that drift too much. I'll give you an example. This old 60s racer, the DeClass Mamba, drifts way too much. It's hard to control. If you like drifting, get this car, but I'm not into that. But I recently gave it this paint job. I like it a lot. And it's my favorite looking classic racer. But as far as driving, and I won this recently. This is my most recent car I've won at the casino. It's called the Principe Devesti 8. And it's my only car I have on this whole on this whole account that has the doors that pop up like so. Dagnabbit. I'm trying to pop them both up. It's a little tricky. But I gave it the junk, the quick fix livery. It's a fake energy drink in the game. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like the seafoam green, sea green, and like teal highlights, turquoise feel to it going on. My favorite colored car right there. This is one of my favorite cars in the game. The Ocelot Swinger. I won this at the casino. The Ocelot Swinger, best handling and speed. So you just don't want handling, you want speed. Now I'm about handling and speed. This is one of the best handling and speed cars in the game. This is one of the best handling and speed cars in the game. This is one of the best handling and speed cars in the game. This is one of the best handling and speed cars in the game. So people that only show the super expensive racers like this one, a fairly brand new car, They like it because it's the most expensive car in the game. They like it because, you know, it looks like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something, but its handling isn't that good. It drifts a little bit too much. It's fast, but if you crash into a tree and die, it doesn't matter how fast it is, you're dead. With these cars with great handling, you're not dead. You dodged that tree. You're in traffic, you dodged it. Here is a recent Albany Buccaneer custom I made and outfitted at Benny's. It is super custom. I don't know if you like it or not. Black and white, matte finish. The livery was pretty cool looking. Lowrider gangster. I like it. But Buccaneers, they are what they are. It's not too fast. It drifts a little bit too much. But I like the look of this. I think this car looks gorgeous for what it is. I'm still working on my DeClass Voodoo custom lowrider, and I'm not done with it yet. As you can see, it changed from purple to green. And what's this? It looks like that's white, but you take it out on the street, that's supposed to be purple on the sides. I redid the seats, redid a lot of stuff. But it's a slow car. It's slow. It's clunky and slow. Lowriders aren't meant to be fast, so it's more for looks, more for just having a cool collection. But I'm glad I was able to retrofit this Karin Futo. So if you're not rich, you can get a cool car like this, except it does cost a buttload of money to upload it, update it. But thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate you checking it out. I'm going to talk about more cars in the future. But 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 most underrated yet fastest cars in the game, and the cars with the best handling. Underrated, best handling, and fastest. Ocelot Swinger. Lampadi Tropos Rally. Vapid Retuni. And the old Lampadi Michele GT. These are the 4 of my most favorite cars to drive right now. It changes from time to time, but super underrated cars. Check them out. Get them. These are the 4 cars I would recommend the most. Here's the cheapest of them all. So if you can only afford a cheap one, get this one. It's very cool. I'll drive it around. Let's drive it around right now. Let's take a look at the name first. It's the Vapid Retuni. So the Vapid Retuni, let's drive it around, even though I could die any second. I think the snow increases the drifting. So I think there's slightly more drifting in the snow. That's just a common thing. And
don't say anything.
You're not going to see snow unless you're on a hacker's account or a hacker server. So yes, I could get hacked in a second. I don't care. Let me show you this Vapid Retuni. Let me just show you, even in the rain, even in the snow, has pretty good handling. It's retrofitted with maximum everything. You see, if this drifted too much, I would have hit that car and would have been crashed back there. But I'm able to make, you know, pretty precise handling movements that wouldn't exist with a car that has bad handling. Whoops, you know, that's how it goes. But I like this car a lot. I just got this car today. It's brand new. I didn't pay that much for it. I can show you how much I paid. Let's take a look how much I paid. I paid... Let's see. Ooh. The Michele GT is 1.2 million. But this car I'm driving right now, and this car I really like a lot, the Lampadi Tropos Rally, is 816,000. The car I'm driving right now is the Vapid Retuni, 615,000. Okay. So it is a little bit expensive, all right? But $615,000, when you know all the other good cars in the game are $1,000,000+. 650,000. Save up the money. Get this. I think it's worth it, even if it's the only good car you can get. You can see the handling. I'm going as fast as I can in the snow on the freeway, and it looks gorgeous. It has a roll cage, and it has a cage on the front bumper. You don't see a cage on the front bumper like that too often. So I thought that was a really cool, unique aspect. Of course, it has the fog lights that don't work. I don't understand them adding fog lights to a car or racing lights, and then they don't work. What's the point? Covered racing lights? Makes no sense. Let's hope I don't get killed. I'm not going to be killing people, even though I have a bounty on my head. Because I just wanted to show off these cars. I'm working on a new car collection with a new account from scratch. And I'm going to focus on these little boxy racers. Even if most of them are geared toward drifting, a lot of them are not. This one's not. And this is definitely not a drifter. Trying to drift on purpose. As you can see, it doesn't drift at all. So don't get this car if you want to be a drifter. The next cars I'm going to be working on collecting are going to be just mostly 60s, 70s, 80s racers. Either boxy or muscle cars. Obviously right now I'm focusing on the boxy. Boxy, boxy, boxy. And this is kind of like a, right here, this looks like a 70s, 80s racer. More like a 70s racer. 70s, 80s racer. This looks like a 60s racer. So I'm going to be collecting some of the 60s, 70s, 80s racers, 60s, 70s, 80s boxy cars, which may or may not be racers, but I focus on race cars. And, you know, I like these classic ones. Last time I focused on Lamborghinis and Ferraris with the hoods, with the doors that popped open. Everyone focuses on that. Everyone. You can focus on something else. It doesn't have to be that. So, stay tuned. I'll give my top 10s in the future when I get 10 cars of a particular variety. Like top 10 muscle cars, top 10 drifters, top 10 great handling non-drifters, top 10 speeds. I don't need to do top 10 speeds. Everyone's already done top 10 speeds, and I guess everyone's already done top 10 drifters. So I'm not going to be doing that. I'll be doing top 10 non-drifters. Great handling. Top 10 muscle cars, perhaps, though. Maybe top 10 gangster cars. I mean, there's only 10 gangster cars, really, so you don't need a top 10 of that. But I got to start my collection from scratch. I had like 75 cars on my last account. 75. Now I have to start from scratch. I have a pretty small number of cars. Got to start over. Stay tuned. More episodes coming soon. This has been John Razimus with Razimus Gaming. Be seeing you.